Here we go. We have a question, longest valid parenthesis. So it's a hard question and it's a pretty interesting question. So you have given a string S consisting of opening and closing parentheses, and we need to find the longest valid parenthesis substring. So a parenthesis string is valid if for every opening parenthesis there is a closing parenthesis. Opening parenthesis must be closed in the correct order. So first we have this example. In this the answer is 2. So next we have this example. In this the answer or the valid parenthesis substring is 4. So let's build the approach. I have taken 3 test cases. First, let's talk about this test case. So in this, first we have this. So this is of no use. Then we have opening brace. So I will store this opening brace into a stack. Next we have a closing brace. So for this we need to find the corresponding opening brace. So we will not push the closing brace, we just need to find its corresponding opening brace. So we pop out and this is the opening brace. So we just find out the opening brace. So after finding this, we have the length 2. So I will put the answer 2 here. Then we have this opening brace. Next we have closing brace. So for this closing brace we need to find the corresponding opening brace. So it is present at the top. So we just need to remove this and answer is 2 here. Next we have closing brace. For this closing brace we need to find out the corresponding opening brace. So we have this. So this is not opening brace, but we have this answer 2. Next we have this 2. So we will consider this 2 and we will just remove out our value. So after removing our value, our stack becomes empty. And for the opening, for this closing brace, we don't have any opening brace. So this is invalid parenthesis. So but before this we have length 4, 2 here and 2 here. So I will consider this 2, I will consider this 2 and I will add, I will sum up all the values present in this stack. So the answer is 4 here, 4 here. So I need to store and find out the maximum afterwards. So answer is 4 in this case. Next we have closing brace. So I will pop out all the elements. Next we don't need to push the closing brace. We don't need to push the closing brace. So we have successfully find our answer here. Let's talk about this test case. First we have closing brace. We don't have any opening brace. Okay. Next we have opening brace. Next we have closing brace. We need to find the closing. We need to find the corresponding opening brace. So we have here. So next we remove and add 2. So next we have opening brace. So now you have a doubt. Maybe you have a doubt. So how I will manage? Here this is character and here it is integer. So how I will add or push values in this tag? So we just need to consider this opening brace. For opening brace I will push -1 because -1 is not a valid value. So that's why I can easily push. So next we have opening brace, just push -1. Next we have opening brace, so just push -1. Next we have opening brace, just push -1. Next we have this closing brace. So I need to find -1 corresponding opening brace. For this value, closing value, I need to find the corresponding opening brace. Opening brace is of value -1. So I need to find the -1. So -1 is present here. Just remove this value and add 2 because we have this is substring, it is of length 2. Next we have this closing brace, so I need to find the corresponding minus 1. So but before this we have 2, so just to store your 2, remove, so we have temporary variable, just to store your value 2. Next we have a closing brace, so I need to find the opening brace. Here is the opening brace, means here is the opening brace. So just remove your value, and we have this and this pair, and inside this we have a valid substring also, which is of length 2, which is of length 2. So the total length is 4 now, so we can add 4. Next we have this, the last character, the last closing brace. For this last closing brace we need to find the corresponding minus 1. So for this value we first have minus 4, so just remove your minus 4 and store in a variable. Next we have uh, minus 1, so remove minus 1 here, and because we find the corresponding opening brace for this closing brace, for the last character we find out the opening brace, and inside this we have length 4 valid parenthesis or valid substring. So after finding this we need to add or append 6 here, we need to add 6. So the given string is like this. So 6 for this and 2 for this. So the total answer is 8. 8 is the valid substring. You can see easily. So we have built this stack. We have built this stack. So we need to remove the 6. So we have 6. Next we have another a, another value. So remove this, then remove this, add this, and then we have answer 8. So that's how we will find this. Let's talk about one another test case. So let's suppose we have this. So we have this. First we have a opening brace, so I will put minus 1. Next we have closing brace. So for this we have length 2, remove this, add 2. Next we have minus 1, and let's add more parentheses. This is okay. So next we have minus 1. Next we have opening brace, so add minus 1. Next we have opening brace, add minus 1. Next we have closing brace, so this is the corresponding value, and add 2. Next we have this opening brace, so opening brace, put minus 1, push minus 1. Next we have closing brace, so remove till minus 1 is not found. Next we have 2. So we have considered all the string. Next we need to find the character, we need to find the longest substring. So here you can see we have two valid parentheses, one is of length 2 and one it is of length 4. So and in between we have a invalid parenthesis. So while removing we need to check, is this minus 1? No, so just consider this value and remove. Is this minus 1? No, consider this value and add this. So add this. So we have initially our answer is 0. So we have 4, so update your value every time. So next we have minus 1. So reinitialize your value with 0, because now we have a invalid substring. So we have considered this 4. Next we have this invalid, so reinitialize with 0. Next we have 2, so update with 2, and we need to mm, find the maximum between this value and this value. The maximum answer is 4, and at the end we will return the maximum value 4. So let's talk about the given test case. Given test case is pretty simple. Minus 1, minus 1, then minus 1. Next we have closing brace. So remove this and add 2. So answer, uh, then first we have 2. So answer is 2 here. Temporary variable is 2. Answer is 2 first. Next minus 1. So update with 0. Update with 0. Answer is 2. So that's how this algorithm will work. Let's code this. First we have answer. Next we have a stack. So if we have opening brace, I am considering this as a minus 1 value. So let's run a for loop. If we have a closing brace, then we need to be careful and we need to find the in between valid parentheses, as I have discussed before. So till our temporary variable is not -1, or our topmost value is not -1, or stack is not empty, till then pop all the values. Then if no opening braces means opening braces is not there, our stack becomes empty. But still we need to consider the sequential valid parenthesis. For example, we have this 2, we have this 2, next we have this closing brace. For the last closing brace we don't have any opening braces, but we have valid substring before this of length 4. So we need to consider this. So temporary variable storing value 4, so we need to consider this. If our stack becomes empty, just uh, go to the next iteration. Else we have opening brace. So first of all, remove that opening brace is represented by -1, so just remove the opening brace and add +2, because opening brace and the current closing brace will match up and will give us +2 substring. So push this value. else we have else we have a opening brace. For opening brace, just push -1, and at the end we need to consider the values. So this is a example here. So this is of length 2, and here we have length 2, 4, then 6. So the total answer is 8. 2 for this and 6 for this. So 2 is stored separately and 6 is stored separately. So we have a temporary variable. If the topmost value is -1, means this is a breakpoint. Uh, we need to differentiate the valid substrings. So reinitialize with your temporary variable with 0 and pop out the topmost value, which is -1. Else we have some value which is not -1. So consider this value, and on every step we can consider the maximum value between maximum and temporary value. So let's give it a try, and let's talk about time and space complexity. So let me first connect to the internet. So we have successfully solved this question, and if you guys have any doubts, feel free to ask in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel, and thank you all for watching.